Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mortgage Chicks with Hot Tips. I'm Elizabeth Hole.
I'm Sydney Walker.
I'm Kim Hairsted.
And I'm Stacy Van Skank.
And today we are going to talk about 10 things most people did not know about VA loans. I know a couple weeks back we did the Memorial Day episode and we kind of touched base on some of the nuances of VA loans, but we thought we'd dig a little deeper and kind of give you a little bit more information specifically about some things you may not have known about VA loans. For instance, they're reusable. It's not a one and done kind of thing. You can have more than one home, or can sell the house that you're currently in, get back your full entitlement, and then buy another home. Now, when you're looking at homes, I would say VA loans are not for every home type. Now, what I mean by that is if you're one of those really wanting to buy a house that needs a new roof and it has no floors and the toilet's out, that's not going to work for VA because they do require VA appraisals and the houses do need to be up to a fairly good standard. So I would say just about the only property would be a severe fixer-upper that a VA loan couldn't be used on. And they're just for primary residence.
Yes.
You know, they don't let you to go out with no money down and do an investment property or a secondary home. But, I mean, that's not too bad. You want to give me some other ideas?
You know, one of the things is that people don't know is these loans are not issued by the VA. The VA is not in the business to do home loans. The VA gives lenders the opportunity to close a VA loan and they guarantee the loan, which is a really big deal because everyone thinks it's the VA that is offering the home loans. No, we at Van Dyke, we offer VA loans. You know, another thing they do is they will guarantee the loan. So we issue the VA loan, but the VA will guarantee that the borrower will pay on time. Should they not or fall into foreclosure, the VA will pay for the difference, pay for the foreclosure.
They send out the MPs?
Yep.
And you know, VA loans also, they're like FHA, they are very lenient on credit history. For example, if you have a bankruptcy, it is only 2 years from bankruptcy. And if you have a foreclosure, it's 3 years. Let's say 2 years and 1 day, 3 years and 1 day for foreclosure. A foreclosure is determined by when the deed is recorded, when it's transferred from the borrower back to the bank. So everyone thinks, oh, I foreclosed in December of, say, 2018. But when you go back and you get the deed, sometimes there's a lapse between when the foreclosure happens and the deed is recorded. So that's really important for people to look at too. So those are just some different things about VA.
Some of the other things about VA is they don't have mortgage insurance like an FHA or any loan that you don't put 20% down on. You have to pay insurance so that loan is secured. So VA doesn't have a mortgage insurance monthly, but they have as an upfront funding fee, which that is what secures it, and it's rolled into the loan amount, so it's rolled into your payment. It's not something. But if you're a disabled vet, then that upfront funding fee can be eliminated completely or reduced, depending on your disability, and depending on how many times you use your VA loan will determine the percentage of that upfront funding fee that you have. And they also have. There's no longer any mandatory fees that the seller has to pay for a VA loan. So you can go through your loan and not have to worry about the seller saying, oh, VA loans, I have to pay all these fees, and they don't have to pay them anymore.
Yeah, sellers have a lot of negative feedback because they hear, oh, we got to pay a lot of fees for the veteran if I accept a VA offer. Not anymore.
Oh,
sellers don't have to pay any closing costs.
Yeah, they think they're going to take longer. They think that's other stuff, and they really don't. They're actually really easy loans to do.
We love VA loans.
Absolutely. And they don't have anything like a prepayment penalty, right, Cindy?
Right. That's one of my favorite things. VA loans require no down payment. And so a veteran can get into a home with zero money down up to the sky's the limit. I mean, you can say $1 million house, a veteran could get into that home for no money down, whereas on a conventional loan, they're going to require, because it's a jumbo loan, 20% down or 10% down, so you're saving $10,000, $20,000 being a veteran. And if the seller paid closing costs, which we know that's not happening right now, but in an ideal world, if they pay closing costs, a veteran could get in with zero cash out of pocket.
Absolutely.
And the interest rates are the same. They're not like
Even
a
better.
jumbo loan
Right.
interest rate. So.
VA rates are really better than most of the programs that we offer.
Absolutely. You know, this is one of the reasons why I know we've done, I think this is like our third episode that ties in VA loans
we
right
love
now.
VA loans.
We do. We love them. And we really want to get the message out there not to be afraid of doing VA loans. Sellers, you don't have to pay fees anymore. Let's give these veterans a break. Let's let some of these first-time home buyers in. Let's give them an opportunity because they've done so much for us.
Yes.
So we just kind of wanted to keep ringing that bell to say these are not hard loans to do. They don't take 60 days. I
No.
know if you call your credit unions, they'll say, oh no, they take 60 days to do. I've done them in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
Under 30
we can
days.
do condos that are not on an approved list, no mortgage insurance, no down payment, no seller paid fees. So again, quit being afraid to accept a VA loan, a VA offer. I mean, we've gone over a bunch of things. Does anybody have anything else?
Something else that I think is important for everyone to know is just because you're a veteran doesn't mean you qualify for a VA loan. There is criteria. There's criteria with regards to credit score. You have to have a credit score, and it depends what the credit history is. Debt to income ratios, that's a really big deal, and they are much larger on a VA loan than they are on a conventional
More
or even an
generous.
FHA loan. But there is criteria, you can't exceed it. So I just don't want people to go out there and assume because I'm a veteran I automatically get a VA loan, because you
Very
have to have
good
credit
point.
score and it has to do with debt to income ratio as well. Two things to look out for.
Well,
They're the
ac-
most lenient of all the programs, but we still have guidelines that we have to go by.
Well, absolutely. And as we referred to earlier, the VA does, they guarantee those loans. So they want to guarantee you're going to pay them.
Yeah.
You're not going to default.
For any veteran out there that wonders, do they qualify for a VA loan? All they have to do is give us the DD 214. We will pull what we call the COE, which is a certificate of eligibility, relatively quickly. And we can do that very fast. Instead of them having to go to the VA or reach out to the VA, we'll do it for them. And another thing is with VA loans, when a veteran has housing allowance as part of his income, we use that income for qualifying,
Yep.
which will help someone qualify for maybe a different price point. So housing is allowed as income to qualify, but the income used to pay off or down student debt or for any college education, that is not income we can use to qualify. I had that recently. So two things I kind of wanted to put out there.
Yeah, well, and I'm glad you brought that up, because another thing about VA and understanding that income, ladies, I don't know if you, I do know you've all looked at VA pay slips. They're called an LES, leave earning statement. They're complicated.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
are.
if you
I got one
don't
now,
know,
so you don't get the DD 214
oh,
on
I mean,
that.
honestly, it's like 37 different boxes, and they all have different codes, and things are going on. So if you don't speak with an experienced loan officer who understands that leave earning statement, you can lose some potential of purchasing power. So like I said,
And we're in a huge area. I mean, Tampa Bay area, because we have MacDill Air Force
Yep.
Base in Tampa. And we have the VA Medical Center over here in Bay Pines. So we are going to get a lot of veterans. So this is why we keep bringing it home to you guys, because we have a lot of potential for VA loans locally.
And we also have the Clearwater Coast Guard,
Yeah.
City USA,
Yep.
and Coast Guard is also eligible for
Yes.
VA loans.
oh man, they used to fly over. I lived in Pinellas County, my parents' house, so I swear I could wave to the pilots because
Oh, yeah.
they would come down on the Coast Guard right there. All right, thank you very much for watching another episode of Mortgage Chicks with hot tips. And don't forget to listen to us where you listen to your favorite podcasts.
And if you have any ideas for topics you'd like for us to discuss or any questions, we can be reached at mortgagechicks@vandykemortgage.com.
Please follow us on Facebook at Mortgage Chicks with Hot Tips.
To our veterans.
To our veterans.